Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again. And before I start, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And not only that, my birds also appreciate it because clearly they now love the attention. So, all right, but to get right into it, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about um, behaviors um, of my diamond doves when it comes to weather. I'm also going to be talking about behaviors, or I should say the behaviors that I observed um, pertaining to them converting to a community versus when I had them as just pairs in the cages. And right now, I think I'm going to start off with the weather. That might be a little soothing or suitable at this time. So right now, it's really partly cloudy. The sun is trying to come out, let's put it like that. So with diamond doves, they love the sun. I mean, lots of birds love the sun. So let's not try to, I'm not just going to try to justify it like diamond doves love it more than others. But diamond dove really loves the sun. So when it's partly cloudy and so forth, they tend to do limited movements. As you can see the difference today versus other videos when the sun was very nice and warm. Today it's limited movement. So, and that makes sense as well when you look at other aspects of their life. They are originally from Australia or that side of the world. So Florida does mimic some form of that weather when it comes to Australia because we don't get the snow and all that. But not to ramble on, but basically they love the sun. Now, when it rains, a lot of time when it rains, lots of animals can sense the change that's going on in the weather and so forth when it's going to rain, and you see their behavior changes according. But as of right now, when it's going to rain, there's not much changes. Just like how this is, they will start to, slow down on their movements and so forth. But after it rains, lots of excitement when it comes to the males and the females. Lots of excitement with the juveniles, and you know exactly what I am saying. When the next topic I'm going to talk about is going to be a little about the behavior as a community versus the behavior as a pair. So when it was a pair, you definitely know, you can see the difference clearly. There is just a male and a female in there, along with babies, depending on the age of the babies, or the chicks rather. But when it's a community, it's like a family. There's lots of bickering, there's lots of arguments, there's lots of fighting or wing flapping or slapping, if they may refer to that as well. There's lots of picking on the head, and this is in a way to determine dominance, or who's the alpha male and also who's the alpha female. So you look forward to that if you're considering putting in a group as a community versus just as pairs. There's several different behaviors to observe from that. At times it can be a very aggressive, to the point where I had to intervene a few times, even though they were next to each other as individuals. And that's actually a beautiful sight. That's a mating call right there. However, that mama is not excited because she has chicks. Okay, so she's not excited in any mating because these are her babies. So back to the concept of the community now. So as I said several times, you'll have a lot of disagreements. Sometimes there are huge disagreements. They tend to go really, I'm trying to see what Daddy's trying to do. But anyway, I won't trouble Daddy for a second with that. Let's leave tailgate and go over here. But back to the community. Lots of disagreement, and until a dominant male is established, the disagreement continues. Now, what I've noticed that the alpha or the dominant male can change multiple times during the day. So it's almost as if they're continuously challenging each other when it comes to dominance. And at this point, as of today, from what I notice, tailgate is definitely the dominant male. In here, he tends to have a lot to say when it comes to the other birds. And of course, with the female, the dominant female is actually this female right here. And there she is, and that's Stormy. So it's so strange to have pairs, well, not pairs, but male that is dominant, and then a female who's not paired with the dominant male as the dominant female. And I hope I didn't confuse you with that. So lots of, as I said, lots of disagreement when it comes to the community, but I had to intervene. I had to separate Tailgate a few times from the group because he was really aggressive, not just with the female, but with the males as well. So I had to separate him. I gave him, if you want to call it, a timeout for 3 days. Now, the difference is I did put him in view of them, so they were able to see him, he was able to see them, and so forth. All right, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was a little of a if you want to call it a tragedy. I did lose one of the chicks died. So this is Sky. That's Sky right there, the male with the thickness around his eye, and Stormy. They did lose one of their chick yesterday. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I have a suspicion that it was more so of probably other birds trampled over the baby, and as he was they were both young at that time, because after observing or examining the chick, nothing seemed to be out of place. It was getting fed. It was growing well. So it's not the case as if, they abandoned or it wasn't getting a sheer amount of food. So I just kind of consider it as, it was trampled. Because sometimes, as I said, the uncles and aunts can be a little, aggressive because they're bigger, especially if they're not the parent or they never had any clutch before, any babies before, they don't know their weight or limit per se, and they tend to do a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to trouble or interrupt their moment right now, these pairs, because another thing that I noticed, that when they lose a chick, they tend to mourn as well, just like humans. So their behavior changes for a few days. They may be a little bit more protective, as you could see the position in which they are sitting right now is a definite position of comfort, or a position of protective. So they kind of box the baby into the point where no other bird could even get closer. Now that's a better view, and I can see if I can do a better job with this camera right now. All right, there we go. So that's mommy lefting there with this bird, or with this chick, as you could see, well full, well fed, and they're just very protective right now. So I'd say about a day, 2 days, to be honest, they're going to be just like this, very protective. They won't leave the chick alone at all. One parent will be there with the chick at all times until, you know, they feel a little bit better in terms of, you know, what happened. Let's see what's here. Okay, so just a little stretching. We're gonna just focus our energy over here back and give Stormy a little moment. Wow, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the aunts and uncles not knowing how strong they are when they just, you know, stepped on them. All right, so these two right here, and again, that's continuous throughout the day, so you can understand why they may get trampled, or, you know, if they are very aggressive with it. So right now, these two, this is Cloud and Tailgate's offsprings. They're looking very good, continue to grow. You can see the difference in terms of feathers from the last time I did it, which was yesterday, or the day before, actually, on the 24th. The feathers are coming in nicely. They're transitioning from, you know, being pin feathers to, you know, getting a little wider. The eyes at this time, as you can see right now, well, it's bright and open wide, if you may say. Lots of movement starting to happen now. Not sure why, but I'm not sure why. Put it like that. So this baby right here, even though I said I wasn't gonna go back and give mama a break, but the eye opened just a few minutes ago. I'm kind of thinking that there's going to be some type of feeding very soon, just by her positioning and how she's nudging the chick. So I haven't seen mommy and daddy fed these two today, so I haven't seen Cloud and Tailgate fed these two. But again, because of the weather change right now, I do expect, I guess, a little later, I don't know, feeding, if you may call it like that. However, and I think the aunts and uncles want me to kind of introduce them, I guess. So I may do that. All right, so closer to me right here, well, I guess not. They're not ready to be introduced. So I will leave that. So right there, that's Cloud. That's the mother. The one that Cloud just chased away, which is this one, that's Galaxy. And she's also a female. This is Stormy right here. That's another female. At the very bottom over there, okay, Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, that one right there is actually Comet. Okay, so those are the females that I have at this moment inside of the cage. All the others are male. And actually, the next thing I want to say, one thing I must say about Galaxy, lots of personality. I am not sure why one bird has so much or so many personalities. It's just unheard of. Lots of personality when it comes to um, Galaxy. Now, Galaxy is the youngest other than the chicks, so maybe that's why the personality, she hasn't stick to one personality yet. The others, I can definitely define their personality with, one or two words, but Galaxy, oh no, I might need a dictionary. But for right now, I'm going to leave it right now. So say bye, guys. Bye. Say bye. Thanks again for watching, and not only that, keep watching. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to try to do a video about their food, or foods for that matter, because I tend to provide them with multiple options. So join us tomorrow again. Thanks again for watching. Not only that, please feel free to comment, share the video. I appreciate it. And not only that, it's always a pleasure sharing with you about my extended family. Please join us again tomorrow. Thank you.